Thank you. And now we begin our second question and answer period. The first question is from Tijuana, Mexico. Go ahead, please.
This is Dr. Herminia Virgen from the Technological Institute of Tijuana. My question is, what would be 2 or 3 professional competencies that business schools curriculum should have in terms of aligning them with the core competencies needed in the business world? What would be these 2 or 3 top competencies that we should have in our plans of study, in our curriculum?
Thank you, Doctor. Excellent question. And it's interesting because I was just talking to a colleague up in Monterey, California last week about this very topic. And I'll share with you the outcome of our conversation in just a few words. Number one, it's extremely important that business school focus on business excellence. In other words, what are the processes and tactics that a company or organization should incorporate into their business practices to achieve excellence as opposed to mediocrity? In other words, let's raise the bar. Secondly, ethics. I think it's extremely important that students in business schools learn ethics. What's right, what's wrong, and how do you not cross that line? And the third area I would recommend for business schools, which is becoming much more important now, is the art of decision making. In other words, how do you not just make good decisions, but the right decisions that will save the organization time and money and effort so you don't have to redo things in the future?
Great. For our next question, we stay in Mexico. Go ahead, please.
Hola, buenos días. Bueno.
Sí, adelante. Buenos días. Su pregunta, por favor. Calling from the University of Nezahualcóyotl. I'm Marisol González Valverde, and my question is, how can an organization participate in order to qualify to be one of the great places to work for? How do we qualify to participate in this?
Well, you're asking a technical question. I'll try to give you the source. What I would recommend that you do is contact the agency or the organization that actually administers the 100 best places to work for. And while I don't have that address readily available, you can Google that information by Googling the 100 best places to work for. And I believe it's run by the same institute that was set up by the authors of the book. So I hope that's helpful to you. But if you just Google best places to work for in Mexico, I'm sure that information will be on the internet.
Great, wonderful. Our next question is from Mexicali, Baja California. Go ahead, please.
Buenos días.
Do you agree that if Sears invented then planning in real estate, in retail stores and sales, but Walmart actually perfected the logistics and management processes involved? Do you agree with this assessment?
Well, once again, an excellent question. And there are really two components. I do think that Sears invented the whole floor planning schematics. And I do think that Walmart and others have done a brilliant job of copying the early pioneering work of Sears and have, in fact, perfected that. I also think some of the wonderful department stores such as Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom's and Macy's and Bloomingdale's from a retail perspective have also done a very good job. But the second part of my answer is this. You don't always have to be first in the marketplace. You just have to be better than everybody else in the marketplace in order to capture your fair share of customers.
Okay. We have just a short period of time for another question from Ecuador that was faxed in to us, so just go ahead and read it for you. Do you believe excellence is equivalent to profitability and financial success all the time?
Well, that's a loaded question, Doctor. I think the role of a leader is to understand the goals of the organization so that profitability and sustainability are essential to the lifeblood of any organization. And if we're going to be successful long term, then leaders have to set those bars and they have to be able to motivate and inspire people to achieve the goals that have been set.
Great. Thank you for your excellent questions, but we have run out of time. We hope that you have enjoyed this program, and we hope that you would be participating once again in this exciting multilingual and multinational program. For further references and study, you can consult your valuable ITC Participants Manual. Our second live video conference of the year 2008 series, Excellence in the New Global Economy, airing June 5, 2008, will be titled Critical Thinking and Foresight, the Key to Innovation and Productivity. For additional information on this video conference series and its certification requirements, as well as dates and specific topics for other upcoming programs, please contact ITC. We remind you that all ITC programs are created by and copyrighted to Miguel A. Cardenas and may not be taped, stored, reproduced, retransmitted in any form, in whole or in part, without the written consent of the author. On behalf of all of us, I thank you for your ongoing participation and interest in this unique program. Thank you and see you soon.